Immaculate. And Terran's going to pick off a Forge and maybe even take out the second. Losing a lot of units here, so he's going to be way down in supply by the time this battle is over. But taking out that third was a huge deal.
Yeah, definitely a huge deal. And taking out that Forge was also a huge deal because if you look at the Terran upgrades, they are so much better than Protoss. It's insane. 1-1 to 0-0 and an almost 2 attack. Protoss isn't going to stand a chance if he gets those upgrades up faster.
So our Terran has taken a third base here now, and well, you know, supply's pretty even. 111 to 114. Immaculate doing a good job of defending the drop now. A little late, but that's okay. And well, what do you think at this point is the correct move for Immaculate? It looks like he's gonna mass up Colossus and maybe all in here.
Yeah, well, he actually is taking the gold. That's really risky. It's what he's going to have to do to get back in this game, because the Terran's just going to pull ahead in economy way faster than the Protoss can, but it's just actually just going to force a cancel. But Thermal Lance still not being researched. That is... I'm stunned. I cannot believe he hasn't gotten Thermal Lance yet.
Yeah, very interesting.
That's... Yeah, it's so crucial. Because these Colossus could do a ton more damage if he had Thermal Lance, but he's not. And those Vikings are just going to do a ton of damage because Colossus has less range, but these Zealots going to go charging in. Charge is now finished. Force fielding off some units, not the best force fields. Colossus going down immediately, like I was talking about, the range isn't good enough to actually kill a lot of units. But the Zealots going to try and push back the Terran forces. It's just not going to work though. 1-2 upgrades to this 1-0 upgrades right now for the Protoss player. It's just not going to work.
Yeah, so we do have a lot of the Vikings landing now just to tank a little bit of damage from the Zealots. Zealots look like they may clean this up with the Stalkers here, maybe not though. Immaculate's money pretty high, man. He just warped in about $1,000 or whatever worth of units. Another Colossus is now out. He's got 1,000 gas though, man. I think you're right. I can't believe he's not getting Thermal Lance. Like, it actually just doesn't really make sense. Yeah,
it really doesn't make sense. Especially with Ghosts now out on the field. There's 3 Ghosts out and a ton more units, and these Vikings just, like, this Colossus just aren't doing any damage at all. And it's really unfortunate for Immaculate in that sort of sense. But upgrades still pumping out for Immaculate. Not getting armor, deciding to get attack first. Weird decision, because most Protoss like to go armor first. But yeah, he really needs to start mining minerals fast. That gold's going to help him a lot, but it's too little too late, I think, and Terran's just going to roll him over here.
Yeah, I think it's a little too late for the macro to kick in also.
Definitely.
You know, one note about getting weapons instead of armor is armor definitely would help the Zealots a lot. I think he's just going weapons because he thinks he can get enough Colossus for that weapons to make up for the lack of armor. But I don't know. I mean, right now Terran is going to get 3-2 here. Big engagement in the middle. A lot of EMPs going on. Colossus immediately going down to the Vikings. And yeah, I mean, if I had to call the game right now, I think Surfy has this in the bag.
Yeah, I definitely think so too. Immaculate, he had a good strategy with the Colossus. I just think Thermal Lance would have helped so much better. And a little unfortunate with those forges also getting sniped. Upgrades are really slow. But Immaculate's just going to go down GG, and that's going to be the game so far. So it is 2-0 for XO right now. So let's see who aiR decides to send out next for this Clan War.
Yes, sir. Be right back in a couple minutes with the next game, yes. Sorry for that music choice.
Going through. They call me Mr. Negativity, call it how I see, yes I'm back in the vicinity, bringing what you need plus all of the amenities, not what you consider the run-of-the-mill, running the drill, none of it's real celebrity. I don't let any of it get to me, I am more a mystery, mentally and physically, yeah I've seen the bright lights ever so vividly, party with the star types and mingle with the industry, but geez, we don't need another hero, I relate to real people, not these self-centered weirdos, flamboyant wannabe, oh so flashy. If you ask me, that really isn't classy. You'll never see me with my sunglasses on in the club, dancing on the table to my own song, getting buzzed. And you'll never see me with a couple bottles of Chris, trying to pick up on a chick like, bitch, you want this? That ain't classy. Radio is playing my song, yeah. I got a record label that's putting me on, but I still stay classy, still stay classy, still stay classy. I'ma do what I gotta do. And if you're not relating, it's hard not to hate them. Don't care what they say, and I ain't changing. That ain't classy. That ain't classy. That ain't classy. That ain't classy. Hey yo, my daily insecurities got me locked down like I'm sitting in security. Getting locked down and it never did occur to me. If presented perfectly verbally, my uncertainties could turn into my currencies. You'll never see my shirt wide open with the chest hair blowing in the wind, I know it. And you'll never see me lose it, trying to justify my music at award shows cause I didn't win, I know it. I'm adamant, I won't become extravagant, cause yo, my management and the guys I travel with, they having it. I'm just an average man who happened to have a plan, never had a front on who I am to attract a fan.
Alrighty. You're gonna have to do intros.
Alrighty.
Go.
Okay, we got Art of War spawning as our Zerg player in the top of MLG Metalopolis. He is for Team Air.
And on the right side of Metalopolis, we have the Red Terran, Exo Surfy.
Surfy the Terran for Exo.
Hooray, not PVT!
Hooray, not PVT.
Right?
Actually, I actually kind of like PVT.
Do you really? Oh.
I do. I think it's pretty entertaining.
Ooh,
I think
not
CVT's better though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I don't. You're confusing the crap out of me. All right, here we go. So we do have Surfy not gonna put his supply depot in the awkward spot in his mineral line, and he is gonna put it at the front because that's how you should play Terran. Art of War is going to see this thingy-mabobby, and Surfy with a good job rallying that 11th SCV out to the Overlord to check for its location, and Art of War is gonna say, you know what? I don't even care. I'm just gonna keep scouting. Man. I'm just gonna keep scouting. That's what.
Exactly. Both players finding out where they are early on in the game. Not a humongous deal, but it is going to help both the Terran and the Zerg in the long run. On the Zerg side, it doesn't look like he is going to be going for an early pull. Looks like just a regular old 15 hatch so far.
Indeed. So we do have a gas going out for our Terran. That's not indicative of much, but it's not a 2-Rax.
Yeah, and Art of War is going to get a great scout, going to see that Rax, and going to see the gas both. So he knows that something is up. Probably most likely Reactor Hellions, just because that's what Terrans do. Either that or some kind of all-in with Cloak Banshees or something weird like that. I don't know. We'll have to see, but I do think it is going to be Reactor Hellions, especially on this map because of that wide-open natural on Metalopolis. So, going to be a good choice.
Always fun to see Hellions in wide-open naturals. That sounded really dirty,
Oh,
actually.
yeah. I don't care.
Really dirty. Alright, anyways, we do... Oh, God. None of this, like, image in my head. Yeah.
All natural.
We do have Art of War actually taking a gas. Not late, but certainly not a speedling build. Probably going to go for speed first anyways, but... Yeah, we do have a factory going up for Surfy. It's a little further back than perhaps the norm is here. What do you think about this? Do you think he's going to move the barracks back to build a reactor, or what is his reason here?
I think so. And yeah, he's going to lift it. He's just going to put the reactor down over there. Most likely a reactor.
Look at me,
But
making your job easy.
exactly. So we do have these 2 Marines moving out. And Ardivore has 2 Lings on the way. But he is going to have to pull drones here. And let's see how much these Marines actually do. Just the act of those drones being pulled off the minerals is actually pretty big. Because Ardivore is not going to be mining as long as he wants to. So, yeah.
Yeah, you are so smart.
I am.
So we do have 2 queens coming out here. A spine crawler going down for Ardivore. Just being careful. He's got to have it for the Hellions anyways. So it's probably a good decision anyways. And that reactor.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake.
Pretty freaking late.
Nah, yeah, it's pretty standard. No, yeah, that actually happens to me sometimes when I just get caught up in microing my Marines and just forget the fucking reactor. And I'm like, oh noes, gosh darn it, that reactor's not good. And yeah, that's what happens. That's exactly what happens.
Well, you know, this could work in his favor a little bit, throwing Ardivore off, because Ardivore, of course, is going to know the timings for when 2 Blue Flame Hellions are supposed, or 2 Hellions are supposed to show up, and they're not going to be there.
It's just 1 Hellion. He's just being nice today. He's cutting. Oh, wow.
Whoa, that's awkward.
That sucks.
So he blocked the queen, but not the Hellion. Alright, so we do have the 2 queens crawling their way back up into the main, and actually, Ardivore looks like he might lose a drone here. He does lose 1. Gonna go ahead and chase with a... loses 3! Wait,
yeah, 2. It was just a silly mistake. It kind of sucks, but game goes on anyway. And more Hellions coming out. A little weird, but also the biggest thing right here is that 3rd command center coming out. Really early, but I still like it, especially if Surfy can actually hold anything off that Ardivore decides to throw at him. Whether it be roaches, which there is a roach one on the way, so it quite possibly could. And that actually might be huge for Surfy, because roaches do a ton of damage to anything Hellion-like openings, stuff like that.
Wait, it could be
especially
huge
when you're
for Surfy, or huge for Ardivore against Surfy?
Huge for Ardivore.
Got it.
Yeah, all natural.
Alright.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that 3rd command center.
We do have 6 roaches and 16 zerglings on the way out. 20 zerglings now, so it looks like we're gonna see somewhat of an all-in here from Ardivore, and against, let's see, we have 4 Hellions, 2 Marauders, and 2 Marines. Is that it on the map?
Yep, pretty much. And wow, looks like Surfy is going to be seeing all these roaches, and bunkers should be going down. More bunkers, and Newbury have 1, but I don't think these 2 Marauders are actually going to hold anything off. Those roaches can just focus that bunker pretty easily, and he's going to have to pull a lot of SCVs to hold this off, and this is very, very good by Ardivore to have this, even taking a 3rd behind it, so he's going to be expanding behind this pressure. We'll see how much damage it actually does. Roach is going to move up here, going to try and focus that bunker. Zergling's actually going into the mineral line, going to take out a ton of SCVs. It's looking bad for Surfy at this moment, to be honest. A lot of blings being lost, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Look at how much SCVs went down. If you go to the Workers Lost tab real quick, you can see 13 workers actually got killed for Surfy, so it's going to be really hard to make all those workers back up.
Yeah, the worker count right now is 26 to 35 in the Zerg player's favor, and I mean, Surfy did a pretty good job holding that off. If he had left his defenses alone, he would have died, because you know there would have been a surround on the bunker because the depot wasn't there. The other bunkers wouldn't have been there to block off some of the pathing, and he got good repairs off, and he lost a lot of SCVs, but he didn't die. And I think that's the most important part to note here. And he does have a 3rd command center to increase his SCV production.
Yeah, but I just don't think it was really ideal, especially for Surfy there in that situation. Especially because when you see that many units out on the field, like, you're really scared to move out. Until you get siege tanks up, until you get medevacs and things to heal your Marines, like, it's really hard to move out as a Terran player.